Well, I'm surprised you're asking. You know, as the chairman of the party, and the president is not only the president of Nigeria, he's a member of APC, and he's also the leader of APC. So I have a duty to brief him on what the party is doing, and also to share with him what the government is doing. And as you know, a couple of things have happened over the past 2 weeks or so. Last week, we have 2 days of intensive conversation with the president and a number of select groups from the public and private sector, including foreign experts, to look at going to the next level, how, to deal with the specific how to accelerate the pace of growth and development. It was a very useful. So I came to thank him because, normally, even for governors, you will find that they will do opening ceremony, then they go away, then they call for closing ceremony, then they say, we'll look forward to the communique. But here, for the first time, we have a president who sat for 10 hours each day, listening to presentation, listening to debate, and even himself contributing. That, for me, was something I was very happy about. That our party has moved from being a rally where people just do election and go home, to one that after doing election, and we have been sworn in, the Senate has been inaugurated, Rep inaugurated, we now sit down, the party, the executive, the legislature, to say, going to the next level, what are the policy issues? How do we deliver to Nigeria people? That is what those 2 days was about. And for me, I came to thank him for providing leadership for that exercise.
A lot of reconciliation is said to be needed within the party. APC is currently in turmoil in so many places. What are you doing about that, sir?
You're talking about rumors. What about what you see? I am very proud to say that for the first time, under my chairmanship, our party has made enormous progress. I am not at the mercy of fake rumors or fake news or fake analysts or even disgruntled analysts, because I write my own testimonial by myself in terms of what I do, how I do it, and what the unbiased public can see. I'm very proud to say that irrespective of all the speculations before the presidential election, you must have heard at the point they say 17 governors want to remove Comrade. I've read it from your papers. But in the end, we provided leadership, we went around this country, and we have more vote. The last election in 2015, I keep repeating it, the difference between our candidate and his opponent, President Jonathan then, was 3 million, about 3 million, slightly less. This time it's about 4 million, slightly less. So we have higher numbers. Then you go to the 2 chambers of the National Assembly, because don't forget, I am a national chairman. I am not a zonal chairman. I'm not a state chairman. My first responsibility is to get the APC at national level going, including relating with the president, the way we expect our state chapters, state chairmen to relate with state governors. And we expect our local government chairmen to relate with, local government chapters, chairmen to relate with local government chairmen. That is the way it works. Yeah. And if you then look at it at that level, I believe that whether anybody likes it or not, the records are that Nigerians appreciate APC more than my leadership than it was before, as evidenced by the fact that we have more senators this year than we had the other year. We have more House of Rep this year than before. Number 3, for the first time since 1999, I think it's a mark of how organized we are, how cohesive we are as a party under my chairmanship, that the letter of the APC under my signature was read on the floor of the 2 chambers of the National Assembly, and now seeing the principal officers of the party as determined through consensus by the leadership of the party, which is why, unlike 2015, when APC as a party had no say whatsoever about who became Senate President, Senate Deputy President, principal officers of the House, and the same thing for the House of Rep, this time around, we got 6/6. Cannot do better than that. Cannot score more than 100%. Of course, some people talk of turmoil. Who is in turmoil? If this is the way to be in turmoil, I'd like to live there.
But what about the issue of proclamation in Edo State Assembly?
There you should be specific, because the problem of generalization is that you then lump up the good, the bad, the ugly together. As the media, you are the most articulate media on the African continent, and this don't flatter you. Not because your colleagues in the other countries are not what they are, but the political environment there is not as free as our own. Yeah. I mean, this is the only country where you can abuse the president, you go home and sleep. In other countries, you abuse the president, that will be the last time you'll be seen. So, and we must defend that right. The right to please him, the right to please me, the right to abuse me the way you are asking me these kind of questions now. And you can go home and sleep. Go to some country, the chairman of a ruling party, you talk like this, you may have to negotiate the camera the next time. But we must defend this freedom, because this is what democracy is about. Now, I think here, I spoke to you that what happened in Edo and in Bauchi is not about me. I don't come from Bauchi, but as a Nigerian who believes in democracy, you know that it is wrong for 9 persons in Bauchi to purport to inaugurate a house of 31 members. Go and read the relevant sections of the Constitution. It says clearly that a house shall not be less than 24 and not more than 40 houses of assembly. So how can 9 people or 11 people in Bauchi purport to inaugurate a house where you have 31 members and you exclude 21 members? It just doesn't add up. Now, it's not about me. It's not about you. It is about the system. And then we have people, uninformed analysts, commentators, including fake journalists. You are genuine journalists. I'm not flattering you because I know that you all can point to who you work for. These days of social media, everybody is a publisher, everybody is an analyst, everybody is a reporter. But I ask, can you form a quorum of something that does not exist? Common sense. All my life I have run association. I cannot say, for example, when I was in NLC, we have a quorum of the National Executive Council of NLC when that council has not been formed. Now, you can't have a quorum of a House of Assembly when that House of Assembly has not been properly inaugurated. And it is not about me, it's not about you, it's about system. Now, if I condemn Bauchi State, and I condemn Bauchi State in the strongest terms possible, I cannot condemn any less Edo State. And it just shows that when it comes to issues, you know, truth has no political affiliation. It's tied on its own. It has its leg, it has its head. It's not partisan. If you want to partition it, it refuses to do so. So if we condemn Bauchi, God must give me the courage to condemn what is happening in my own state with regards to 9 people purporting to be inaugurated. And I'm happy that in conversation that we have had with security chiefs, with the leader of the Senate, with the leader of the Rep, don't forget, and some of the governors are also former senators, they know the rules of proclamation. That you don't only write a proclamation letter, you ensure that this is communicated to all the members. And you give them ample time so that wherever they are, they can come in. I mean, my comrades, you are all here in Abuja. You know, we walk around the country, we talk to everyone that we want Senator Ahmed Lawan as our Senate president. We didn't want to have 2 candidates. But you saw on election day, once Senator Ndume insisted that he will contest against party position. And we didn't hide it. But he says he has a right. We could not deny him that right. But you know, most Nigerians like to describe our president as commander-in-chief. We already know that. But for effect, people always amplify it. So as commander-in-chief, he could have commanded the state security services and commanded the police chief to make sure that Ndume did not appear, or he's helping some inquiry somewhere while that election was going on. But in obedience to the letter and the spirit of the Constitution, Senator Ndume was allowed to go to the National Assembly, not out of favor, out of his own right, and against our consensus, to say he was contesting. My task that day, as you may have seen, because it was televised, is to lobby our senators, even as they are doing the voting, to say, please, don't disgrace the party. Please, put the party first. Please, don't disgrace the party. There is moment for hard talk. There is moment for soft talk. There is moment for open talk. There is moment for quiet talk. A leader must have the capacity to weave all of that together to get the kind of result you desire. And as you can see, at the end of the day, Senator Ndume has his way to contest, but we humble him by the poor numbers he got. But he exercised his right. And in the end, he said, I wanted to prove a point. Where he proved a point, which is that he is not capable of defeating the collective will of the APC family. And who heads that family? For today, I am privileged to be the chairman. So these are landmarks you should acknowledge. For once, we didn't fight on the... Who was now fighting? Look at PDP. And you refuse to ask these questions. PDP insisted on secret ballot. APC want open ballot. PDP don't want to be stand up and be counted. They want their people to vote secretly because they thought that our people would betray the way they thought they did in 2015. But we have worked hard on our people's psyche and changed the mindset to recognize that to belong to a party, right, is to be loyal to that party. And that loyalty goes beyond election day. And I believe our people bought into this argument because we gave them support. Besides platform, we gave other organizational support. And by the time they finished voting, we lost. Now, who was trying to find out? For the first time in the history of democracy anywhere in the world other than Banana Republic, it is now PDP that set up a panel to investigate how people voted in a secret ballot. Why would you ask them, why are you investigating secret ballot? One day they are going to, God forbid, they will come back again. God forbid that if you go and do secret ballot and they lost election, they go to your village and say they want to know how people voted. So they are the one in turmoil. They are the one in confusion. We are Wasi strong and strong. And remember, I was saying that Saraki must be removed. People will say, how will I do it? I said, okay, if he resists removal, then we will uproot. We went to Kwara, we did Otoge, we uprooted Saraki. And you cannot commend me for this. You know who Saraki is? If you are talking of the most smartest political player, seasoned, smart guy, he is. But for every smartness he has, I have a superior smartness. And I'll be determined. No. At the end of the day, who won? We uprooted him as a Senate president. We uprooted him as a senator. We uprooted his nominee for governor. We put our own today. Saraki doesn't have one senator in Kwara. He doesn't have one House of Rep in Kwara. Everything in Kwara is now APC. You can't commend me for that. Yes, if you don't, then I'll be like a lizard. I praise myself. If you, State House correspondent, don't praise me.
I think this last one.
Yes. Come on, let me. No, come.
I will answer. We've been snapping before. Excellency,
yes.
How do you respond to those who are criticizing the the president's ministerial nomination, particularly with respect to regards to the fact that it is a political patronage of those people that have made this list.
That have?
Not in terms of credibility of those who will work for him.
Now, whose credibility? How credible are some of those who are talking? The point is that I don't know if there is a Nigerian who knows every Nigerian. You know, even as I can say that I have worked for Nigerian people at all levels, as a worker in a factory, as president of NLC at the center, as governor of a state, and now as chairman of a party, there are too many Nigerians I'm never going to be able to know. The screening process is meant to enable those watching. It is not for nothing that it is televised live every day. On a good day, you know that the proceedings in the Senate is not every day that they see it. I think 1 or 2 a week they have it televised. So this will enable Nigerians to see who these people are. But you will find that people started dismissing the list even before they saw it. Just like there are some other things Nigerians reject without knowing the meaning. So what you and I should insist on is that in our last, in the president's second term, in this next level, our party and our government at the federal, state, and local government level must deliver. That is the entry point for the ordinary Nigerian. And when you talk of patronage, should we appoint, have you heard Americans appointing Russians because they are experts to go and preside over American MDAs? Even you in your newspaper, do you invite me as APC to write in your editorial? My friend, patronage can be positive, can be negative. But if there is one man who has shown the capacity to patronize all, including where he did not win election, it is President Muhammadu Buhari. Otherwise, where we get less than 5%, I saw 2 ministers coming from that state, in spite of the fact that he got less than 5% there. That speaks volumes about a large heart, the heart to accommodate, to appreciate, and to have an all-inclusive government. I'm very optimistic that these ministers coming, all of us working together, the party, the executive, which the ministers belong, and the National Assembly, in which we have overwhelming majority, we have what it takes to take Nigeria to the next level. And the next level, we are going there. Thank you very much.